Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Hugo.
We're Sell Quick, Ship Quick, part-time resellers.
Full-time hustlers.
And this is the second part of our home tour, our reselling garage warehouse
/ makeover
tour.
If you didn't see it already, make sure to take a look at our home tour because that was the first part.
So the garage is where we store our listed inventory, our unlisted hard goods inventory, and is also the shipping station.
And originally we've remodeled that section a few times, so you'll get to see the before, and part of it was it turned into a catch-all.
Yeah, so we had moved things around a few times. We moved our tables like from one side of the room to another side, and then we faced each other for a bit, and you know, each time we were finding problems with it, and this most recent fix, it started to be a catch-all.
Yeah, it really became a catch-all, and that not only reselling but also some of the home stuff. As we cleaned our own space, we ended up putting our own personal items just on top of stuff, and it just got way out of control.
Yeah, we were trying to differentiate our personal stuff from the reselling stuff, so we didn't want to put our personal items in the garage space, but we also didn't have a place to put it. So we decided to get a shed and put our personal stuff in there, and then increase the amount of reselling space in the garage. And
and the shed we got isn't huge, but it's just enough so we can, again, get our personal out of that garage and really separate it all.
so if you're looking at the footage, you can see our, let's see, piles of stuff that ended up on the floor. There was no real space or no distinct space for where our unlisted stuff was. It was like in the middle of the room.
Under tables.
A lot under tables, on the side of the tables, on top of the tables. And then the shipping station kind of... It
swallowed everything as well. Shipping station was originally just for shipping materials, and then slowly big items that were listed went on those shelves, and then slowly unlisted items got mixed in there too. I mean, again, turning into a really catch-all, but we had to fix that.
So being home, we decided that we had no excuse, and we had the time to renovate that garage and, you know, make it more accessible for reselling. And we wanted to add more storage space for everything, so we decided to move everything around.
Yeah, and it took a few days. We did our best to record it, but really it was a lot of work.
Yeah, we tossed out a bunch of stuff, and then in the middle of that we were taking things out. You can see us taking things out, and really we took it out before our shed even got here, and we just put it outside.
Yeah, under shade, but thankfully we're in California, so we didn't have to worry about rain for a while.
Yeah, so we just kind of took everything out to get the ball rolling, and then we had to empty shelves and move shelves, and the shelves are kind of heavy.
Yes, they are, and you won't hear it in the video, but they make a lot of noise when you drag them around.
Yeah.
But ultimately, very happy with how it ended up, and I mean, I think, let's take a look and see what we got now. Alright, so this is our new setup.
And we have our photo box right here. And then we moved our tables around, so you saw in the previous footage. The tables were a little bit messy, and it was like this big blocky square thing, which in hindsight, like when we first did it, it was like, oh, this is gonna be great.
And we're like, oh yeah, we'll look at each other and be able to work across from each other. That didn't really happen often anyways.
So we created this like L-shaped thing so that like here we have all our poly bags and stuff.
Different sizes. We also have our clear bags in there because we like to put our inventory in clear bags.
And then we have this photo box. And this one we do have it linked below. This was one of our like Amazon Basics boxes.
Yeah, and it's lasted well over a year now.
Yeah.
No problem.
So we have it set up so that I take photos here. I will kind of shoo it down this way so that the computer screen, Hugo will start uploading drafts for it. And then all the items are going to get processed upon photograph and go straight into a bin. And then when we go upstairs or into our house, then I'll upload the photos. So like here, it's just drafting.
Yeah, makes it real easy, especially because we get to work together, and it just gets things done quick and put away right away.
Yeah, so like right here with photo box, I have all my cleaning supplies here, and we have like the stuff that we find the most useful. Cleaning wise, we do have like castile soap spray, which I find to take off most gunk. Goo Gone, we have like the OXO brushes, rubbing alcohol for the different permanent marker things. Yeah,
and we do have acetone. Be careful because that will mess up plastics. I've accidentally used it on a clear plastic like the water tanks on a coffee machine, and when you rub the acetone, it eats away, so don't do that.
Yeah. So then our scale is already set up here. So scale, we have our Rollo on the side there, and we have all the we moved all our shelving for shipping onto this side over here, and then everything's kind of set up by sizes. So, well, this wasn't here before, but we have the boxes set up so you can see the sizes as you lift them up, and then we have all our padded poly mailers, bubble wrap. We have extra foam on the bottom, and then we have one section of just US priority stuff that we order and stock up on.
Yeah, and we have certain sizes that I like to keep more in stock. For example, the Tyvek envelopes. We have a lot in stock, which I'm running out. I'll probably have to order more. But that's because that's our Poshmark.
Yeah, so for Poshmark, you can use any priority boxes. We just like to use the Tyvek because if we're shipping out a bunch of things, we can fit all the items into a postal bin versus stacking up a bunch of boxes. Yeah. But just know that any USPS priority box can be used for Poshmark. Yeah,
and in most cases, if it's a pair of jeans, I mean, unless it's a really big item, I won't put it in a box, just to keep it easier for us to carry.
Yeah, and then we do have some extra boxes up top. Like we do have this thing here, which we only ordered one set, but I believe this is the express.
No, that's the double, but that's a tube. That turns into a triangle for like posters or say a bat. And then we also have the board games up there, which are really large boxes, which go as flat rate boxes. Yep. Really good to have. Okay,
so then this is our shelf of things that needs to be listed, which is kind of a lot.
Yeah, and every time I look at it, I see some old stuff there, which probably should have listed.
But yeah, we have like, some of this was, if you've seen our other video, on our KonMari video, we did a whole KonMari process through our house, and so some of this is the stuff from that KonMari video that we clearly have not listed yet. But it's like sewing patterns, some books that we found that we don't really use or don't read anymore. And then we do have like some holiday plates that we haven't listed because it's not the holiday season yet. A bunch of bags, game pieces.
Yeah, and if you notice before, the way we had it set up, and before we redid everything, this shelf was mixed in with inventory shelf, so it really didn't have its own place.
Yeah, so now any unlisted item or any new inventory that comes in gets put on this shelf so that we know it needs to get processed, which we have plenty to work with.
So this is our inventory section. Same garage, but it feels like a whole other space.
Yeah, so what we showed you earlier was like all the shipping stuff and then the photograph area, and then we have a whole section of just unlisted items. Here is everything that is currently listed. So we do have bins that are numbered A1 through A72 on that side. And then over here we have A73 through...
Jump now to a different letter.
Because we went to like up to 100 bins. But these shelving units have been great. We've had these for a long time. These came from Costco. All our bins came from Costco too.
Yeah. Costco's a friend.
And what we really like about this shelving unit and bins, it fits perfectly. Like the bins fit perfectly on the shelf, the height of the shelf. And we're able to fit, what is this? 3, 6, 9, 12, 18. So 18 bins per shelf.
And then within each bin, because most of these are clothing, like we mentioned, which I'll bring one down real quick here. Our bins, not only does each rack hold 18 bins, each bin holds a number of items because they are all pre-packed. So you can see here. On average, how many do you think you fit normally?
Probably anywhere from, I'd say like 15 to 25, and it just depends on the kind of item. Obviously, if it's mostly tops, then I could fit closer to like 30 and on. If there's jackets in it, the number's gonna go down. I do have these like pre-numbered sheets in here, which will indicate how many free spaces I have for the inventory item. But we'll do another video on our SKU system to kind of explain it better.
Yeah, because if you notice, each one has their own SKU, and it helps in so many ways for the rest of our process. And
then we don't ever reuse our SKU numbers, so each of these items have a SKU specific to that item, and then the weight is on there too to help with expediting shipping.
Yeah.
And then, you want to show off your cute little desk?
I love my little table. So originally this was different. This was my Rollo table in the past, but this guy rolls around. So we don't ship, I mean we ship often and well daily, but the beauty of this is when I have to get a bin from up top, I don't have to put it on the ground to look through it. It saves my back. I'm not old, but I feel old. But it's a lot easier to roll this guy down and get my items. But notice we have a lot of empty bins because we want to work towards more inventory. So first step was make sure we had the space for it.
Yeah, so most of the bins on these last two shelves are completely empty. But what we're doing with that is, as I'm taking photos inside of clothing items, I'll grab one of these empty bins and I'll put that next to my desk as I'm listing, and then those items are going straight into the permanent bin, which is helpful.
Yeah. All right, so you got a chance to see how we set up our garage. I mean, we're curious how you set up your workspace. I know not everyone has a garage, but whether it's a corner of a room, like what do you do to organize your space? What do you do to create a space that's work and life?
Yeah, are you like an organized mess? Or is it like everything's labeled, you know? Because everyone works differently. I work better with labels and knowing where things go, and then some people just know what that pile of stuff is and it works for you. So which one are you?
Yeah, I'm a managed mess, but her system is way better, so I adapted. But just curious, let us know in the comments, and also if it's easier, we're always available on Instagram, so you can find us on SELLQUICKSHIPQUICK, and let us know how you do your thing. Again, as always, thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you next time.